Hey, look, I'm matching the shitty paint job that was done while I wasn't here. That was better. Alright, so the narcissistic neighbors have felt confident lately, which is no guarantee that they'll leave this alone, considering who they have on their side. But I've still got a little bit of clutter because I'm not allowed to build the workspace or reconstruct the room that I had in the back that fell apart when I wasn't here, also. A lot of, a lot of very destructive things happen when I'm not here. Parts of the house go missing, plants die. Anyway, this is probably gonna bloom tonight, and those back there bloomed a while back ago, and I pollinated them, so you can tell, you know, it took. I'll have fruit, but what I wanted to get was not just how many of these buds are waiting to be flowers soon, um, just kind of the state of everything here right now, how it's growing. Uh, Finally got some purslane in the pots. I increased watering, so finally got some purslane. Algae in the bird's water is hard to get rid of, just grows back. So yeah, so this tree is trellising the dragon fruit pretty well. I'll cut it back after it fruits. Tomato didn't fare very well with the spider mites. You can see it really did a number on it. And then there's also some moth caterpillars eating at it. Um, Composting there, more like a chop and drop. The thyme didn't do too well. Oh, spurge. Um, and there wasn't a lot of sun getting back here, so the geranium isn't doing too well either at the moment. But I pruned back some of the stuff covering the sun, mainly the moringa. Threw some grape onto it. Uh, Grape is trellising pretty well on here, along with the dragon fruit, and I got some flower buds there too. There. I already have some fruit for this year. These trees were planned to go out in the park. Too bad, right? So was a lot of that. The lavender. Lavender repels ticks, fleas, and it's adapted pretty well for the climate here. Chaparral broom. Asparagus does well in pots right now, but not too well in the ground. But yeah, the contrast of the tomatoes didn't do too well, but all the peppers, all the other nightshades seem to do really well. That's a jalapeno right there. I think there even is some fruit on it. I can't see right now. There. Um, Basil's fine. The thyme did not do too well. You can see that mostly dried up. And there's a bell pepper back there. And you can see the size of these. There's two distinct eggplants, right? Aubergines, or whatever you call them. Um, they're growing really well, and I think the difference is the conditions they're in. Um, there wasn't a heck of a lot of organic matter there, and that soil compacts too easily, too readily. Whereas over here, there's a lot more organic matter. The eggplant that was planted there didn't do too well, so right now it's replaced with pineapple. And there should be some garlic coming up there too soon, and some onion possibly around it. Comfrey is doing great, again, as long as it's not too heavily compacted. So organic matter in the soil already, not necessarily over the surface, but actually integrated kind of deep into it. I had to move my pitcher plants, my Sarracenia, off the roof because it was getting too hot and windy, and watering them, keeping them wet without a sufficient tray at the bottom was not possible anymore. But yeah, isn't that sad? Can't keep the trees out in the park, huh? I wonder who is in charge of that. The lettuce is mostly done going to seed. Now it's just a jungle of celery. All the celery. Right, so celery is going to seed. Oh, that's the mourning dove telling me that I'm in the way of their water. There's another comfrey doing well there. Again, organic matter, as long as it's not too compacted. I'm sort of composting some stuff there because the soil that I was using was becoming the problem of the compaction. It doesn't have enough compost and different stages and sizes of organic matter. So I'm adding cardboard and older compost, and hopefully it'll integrate into that soil and I'll be able to use it um, later. So let's see what I got here. Some basil and the flowers. Let me get rid of that just in case it's a flower. I think there might be a flower there. No. I got a jalapeno pot there. But like I said, this is overgrown right now with celery. That's most of this. Going to seed already. I never got the potting soil for these to go back inside, so they're out here where they can survive. And another spot the comfrey is doing well is in here. There's the mourning dove. Got some cuttings growing well here. Some of these were for the park. Sorry, dove. Again. Pitcher plants. I just had to cut a flower off of this. The spiders are opportunistic. You can see. They try to steal the bugs that come get to the plants. There's a husk, a spent exoskeleton molt. So these are dormant right now, mostly dormant and on the way. These are doing really well for now, even though I moved them, so they're getting less sunlight. And then the other spot that comfrey does well is in pots, due to the pore space, the aeration, and all that. Trying this out too. I might feed that too. No, I was gonna feed it to the plant inside. Trying this out here right now, even though it's directly under the drip line of the roof. Oregano, some mint. So yeah, organic matter, everything that I chop up that I don't compost, goes directly on top. Reduce the evaporation, even cardboard. It helps, it works. Oh, the other thing is sweet potato is helping with the ground cover and the biomass for the chop and drop, because they don't produce very great tubers at this point due to the compaction level of the soil, but they do produce enough organic matter regularly. The other thing is these guys, the sunchokes, or Jerusalem artichokes, or fartichoke as some people like to jokingly call them. They're doing really well. The only spot that they were growing, that I grew them last year, was over there. And now that I have enough, I am expanding. And they're doing really well. Palo Verde is doing okay. There's a Parkinsonia. Oh, look at that. There's... I think I could catch that. Oh, close. Anyway, they haven't been as much of a problem this year because I don't have any more tomatoes. But I could feed them to my plants inside. Yeah, that's that right now. Oh, and then we've got a bougainvillea starting to grow back after a heavy prune. Can't really tell the contrast there. So that's that. A lot of noise. It's funny, when I first got here, there wasn't this problem. But they think they own the place and they're just gonna chase me out. They're gonna prevent me from doing the construction, from doing the modifications that I decide. And I think they're just gonna chase me out. Really? Wow. They feel like such big shots, making the whole world just two little blocks. But they got to keep up some sort of secrecy. I mean, what are you so afraid of? Tell the whole world what you've been doing: removing speed bumps, burning shit, selling drugs. Come on. Tell your friends. Oh, right. Um, if these guys are such big shots, right? See, I'm not a pussy like that, where I only feel like I'm such a big shot in, I don't know, 2 square feet that I happen to shit and eat in the same time, right? If they say that their friends are such big shots, the big cheese of the mafia, el cartel, ay, ay, que amiguitos, or the cops, oh, and they don't make up their mind. They're not like, so what are you? Are you the one side? Or are you the other? Are you a corrupt cops? Make up your mind. Make up your mind. See, I can tell them, right? Tell your boss to eat my shit, please and thank you. Whoever the boss is, tell him, tell her, tell whoever, tell the hermaphrodite, they can eat my fucking shit. Public service announcement.